Why, hello everyone, my name is FilibusterFox, and I am playing the Stanley Parable. At least that's what it's telling me up here at the top left. You are playing the Stanley Parable, but no, it is me, FilibusterFox, doing so. Now, this game was previously a mod for Half-Life 2, if I remember correctly, and had a cute little story that was very odd. This updated version, which is standalone on its own engine, not a mod any longer, should be a lot better, and it's got apparently a lot more things to it. So let's dig right in and have a look at this game. Now, the point of this game, as you'll soon see, is basically you and the narrator are having a story. The end is never loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Sounds like my
Orders
job.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I suppose this is where I take over now. So, there we have it. I am Stanley. I cannot jump with spacebar. There's a jump button. Nope, it looks like there is no jumping. As much as I want to jump and walk around on my desk, okay, there's an achievement. I can't jump. Fair enough. I can't jump on my desk. Ever get the urge to just jump on things? I do it in MMOs all the time when I'm bored. I just jump on nearby rocks and buildings. Anyways, beside the point, back to the story. I'm Stanley, and nothing's happening. Nope. Alright, so what's going on? Where is everybody?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
It's the meeting room. No co-workers to be found at all. Let us go. The meeting room. Nothing opens. Oh, what? Well, the door that was already open, I can open and close. Fantastic. Okay. No one. What's that say? I love butts. I can't read that from here. I want to read the cup. What's it say? Anyways, onward to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Enter the door on his left. Can I change my mind? No. Stuck here. Okay. No. None of these open. Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, gotta go see the boss. What's going on? What is this? Oh. Legal, boss inspection, what to do about 432. Wait, I'm 427, right? Shoot, I'm forgetting my numbers. 42X. Well, we got a meeting Wednesday in planning. Whatever. Do not alter the whiteboard without whiteboard manager. Oh, wow. Okay. Targets. Push for funding for R&D for new coffee machine. Oh, that's nice. R&D of new coffee machine. We got to research and develop a new coffee machine. Oh. Not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Synergize papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Fantastic. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire someone to fire the paper synergizing guy. Yay! Corporate structure. Woo! Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets to the topic of blah blah blah. Future is yesterday. Tomorrow is now. Tomorrow complete today's unfinished agenda items. Our next day's agenda reflect employees. No, I'm not on there. I think. I really want to jump. It's on here. Click it. No. What's this? Bi-quarterly post review. We need less reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary... What? The death sport portion in the primary review schedule? But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Blah, blah, blah. Wait, what? Teenagers, but teenage demographic. Pig net, some sort of child trap. Perfect. Love it. Child trap idea is the best thing. Throw something in the ideas bin. More bins, trash cans. Renaming of ideas, firing of me. Oh, jeez. Okay, what's... Every one of you is unique. You most of all. Woohoo! I'm unique. What do people want? Things. Money. More money. Things. But with money to buy more things. Number of slides on this slide. Charts, slides, charts, and slides. That doesn't even make sense. Rate it which charts on the same slide depict the same information. I can't block the image. It's up there. Rate of increasing grass per slide. I'm wasting time. Let's go on with the story. Enough looking at things. Broom closet. There's a guy in here, right? Wait.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. Let me look around the broom closet. Anything here? It said someone was in the broom closet. Can you go back? No. Is it Jimmy? Someone in the broom closet?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I think the narrator's getting bored with me. Will he say more if I stay? I lock myself in the broom closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Indeed. Duct tape. Wrenches and stuff.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Honestly, I want to hear what you'll
offer
say.
Me some explanation here. I'm genuinely
Just,
confused.
I want to know what you're going to do when I stand here. There's nothing to do in here. And you're just saying snarky comments as it goes. I want to see how far you go.
There's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Well, there was someone in the broom closet, the other room said.
Because literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
But it has significance.
I never would have thought to mention it.
Because it was mentioned in there. You say anything else, or can I go?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
Don't talk like that.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
The room. Nice. Fine, I'm leaving. Fine.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid
Fine,
he was.
I'll go.
Or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I will make my own broom closet with drugs and hookers, yeah.
Coming to a staircase,
Narrator.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, now I'm just mad at you. So I'm going down. Fire hose? Anything back here? No. Any phones?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
Hello.
Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
That's a
All
good point.
because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Nah.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Wait, yeah.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
And how did this car get
and
in
for
here?
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Wait, are they?
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
Wait.
I'm dreaming!
This is repeating.
He yelled.
Apparently should have been walking
This is
all that
all
time.
a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Yay.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Okay.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
I can fly.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
What?
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the
kind of
strangest
awesome.
question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself.
Why is the
sooner.
narrator talking to me?
Why is there a voice in my head
Yeah.
dictating everything
It's a good
that
question.
I'm doing and thinking?
Why?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Then how did I fly?
Now, hearing the voice
And
speak
stars
these
and
words
stuff.
was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
See, the
Did
narrator
the voice not
understands.
see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Okay.
That this was a dream.
Knock over the chair?
So
No.
he closed his eyes gently,
Oh,
and he invited
Wait.
himself to wake up.
wait, no.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Can I go back to the flying?
Please.
with
It's
that
all
too?
I want.
No?
I want my apartment, and my wife,
I'm married?
and my job.
Ooh.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Who would marry Stanley?
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay. I'm okay. No. I'm still here. Can I go this way?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must
Why is
be.
he
Can
getting
anyone
red?
hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Well, at least it's not red anymore. And...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I'm sorry, what?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
There's something profound in there about the meeting people who would affect your life in turn through meetings. Careers are really important. Oh, good. We're back to the start. Hello. Okay. Go back to pushing buttons. That was a bit, okay. Okay, that, I take your point,
All of his
narrator.
coworkers were gone. What could it mean?
We're just
Stanley
completely
decided
reset
to go
now?
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Well, right. So, I guess I'll go up the stairs now?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Yeah.
he entered the door on his left.
I know the drill. Won't take so long this time. Know where I'm going.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah.
Feeling a
Wait,
wave
whoa.
of disbelief,
Whoa.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
Chris.
answer there.
Chris was in the broom closet. That's why the broom closet was important, narrator. Narrator! Are you even listening to me? You're not. You're not. Up
Coming to a
this
staircase,
time.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, not this floor. Ah, this must be it. Ooh. Fancy boss. I want to be the boss. Executive bathroom. Aw, come on. Those are supposed to be amazing. Eh. Secretary. Secretary's computer on? No. Not this door. Fancy place. And I want to be the boss like this. Holy cow.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
That's true. I'll have to guess randomly. Oh, there it is. It's the keypad. 2845? Is it? Okay. 8425?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
No.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew 2845.
I'm gonna piss off the narrator again, aren't I? Ah, just one more. One more. No? No more comment? Going for one more comment, that is.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Oh.
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Well, whatever. Let's move on. Thank you, narrator, for that. Okay. What's going on back here? Ooh. Down button. Down we go. Okay, down we go. Either of these could open, I guess. Loading, loading, loading. It's loading all the time.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It
Peculiar?
was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Really?
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Alright. Let's do it. Let's answer this unanswered question.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, that's... I... escape? Guys, Mind control facility or escape? Wait, it's a really long hallway. That doesn't look like it goes anywhere. Oh, I can't decide. Narrator, what's this way? Go on, tell me. Oh, sod it. Let's go. Oh, that's what I'm walking on. Okay. Button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Did I just call that an idea button? It's a light bulb. I mean... whatever. Okay. It's the TVs. Camera? It's just a giant camera button. Okay, let's hit that.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Oh, that's
their
kinda
true
bright.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright, can I fall? Urgent. Employees should never, under any circumstances, attempt what? Oh, good lord, what? Wait, 2, 4, wait, 2, 3, 2, 7, 4, 2, whoa, ah, shoot, I forgot my number. It's 427 or something, right? Is that my office there? That one over there? That 427? No, it's 523. 427, 427, there. That would be me, right? I think? That looks right. That looks like my office. Look, it's me. Yay. Oh, I should get moving. Just wasting time now. Let's go. Onward with the plot. Okay. Person in a building button.
This mind control facility,
elevator?
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
In-
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Well-
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
I don't know
That his
about that.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Or maybe it was just an easy paycheck and the mind control was just telling me to push the buttons.
No. He refused to believe it. He
Yeah,
couldn't
see?
accept it.
I'm right.
His own life
It wasn't
in
mind control.
someone else's control.
It can't work.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
No. No.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Wait, you want me to
For
break it?
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Dismantle. You want me to get a screwdriver and take it all apart? What's these do? 1, 2, 2. It's playing a song. Where's 3 and 4? 3. 3, where are you? Hello, 3. Red button. There's 5. There's... What's that? That's 3? 3? Where's 4? 4. 3. 5. Is that, there's 4. Okay, to 4. We've got to go to 4. Unless I'm turning it back on. No, this has to be it. They wouldn't be clearly labeled number buttons to break it now, would they? 4. Wait. Did I just argue that it would? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let's just do this. Come on, 5. Let me show you what I've got. I'm gonna push you so hard that you're gonna get pushed and the world is going to end or something. And I'm gonna push that red button too. I'm gonna show that red button who is boss, and that boss is me now. Stanley doesn't stand for the man anymore. Let's go push the red button. Red button. Boop. No? Is there a 6? Did I miss a 6? 5? 6? 6 anyone? It's really dark in here. What's over here? 6? 6, are you in here? No? Locked door? Not 6? 6! 6! Push 1 through 5. 6. Maybe it's out here. Come on, 6. 6. 6. On control, idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Isn't
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control?
But
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Okay.
You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off.
I'll turn it off.
And leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Off?
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation
Is that
system.
1 through 5 did?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say,
Red
2
button?
minutes.
Red button?
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Okay, so hit 1 through
It's your
5 now?
time to shine.
Is that what I do?
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it
1.
to your heart's desires. Oh,
2.
this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy
Sod it.
it.
Out the door.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Oh,
But
you
what
jerk.
precious moments each one of them is.
Where's 3? Where's
More
3?
time to talk.
God, I forgot
about
where 3
you,
was.
About me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
3.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yeah. Would you
A
just
moment
tell
of
me that?
solace
2,
before you're
3.
obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what
Okay.
happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
4.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink
3.
into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
Incorrect.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested
What?
away from you, it's quite rich.
What?
I almost hate to see it go.
Green. Green, I need to push the
I'm
green
sure
button.
whatever
There's green
I come
buttons.
up with on the next go around will be even
Green.
better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Green.
But
Incorrect.
I'm enjoying this
3.
so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
jeez.
not?
There
These
isn't
are
a solution to
precious
this, is there?
additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Maybe, yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
I mean, the buttons.
Running from button to button,
Red button.
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons.
Passcode.
No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door.
It's a trap, isn't it?
Anything. Something here
Please?
will save me.
Maybe.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won?
Yeah,
Solved?
maybe.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
You're an asshole.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
I'm wasting my time right
But
now.
here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Are you sure?
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to
1.
control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Aw.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
There's no point, is
30
there?
seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to
Just stand
pieces.
here.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same.
Maybe
to
the
you,
off button
all
still works.
part of the joke.
I can make
And
it.
believe me,
Off button.
I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the
It's
moment
probably
you
gonna
fade
do
in
nothing.
until the moment I say happily
That would've been
ever
epic, though.